everybody, my name is Michelle. I'm a volunteer at Colorado Wolf and Wildlife Center, and we're doing our weekly wolf blog number 3. So one of our questions that we had was how we get the wolves to be very social. Well, I'm in here with Zoltana and Quahati right now to talk about how no matter how hard you try, you don't always get a very social wolf. Now both of these guys, maybe, I can't even see. These two are just gonna keep licking me. So these are our two most unsocialized wolves that we have, even though they look like they're pretty social right now. Zoltana, the black one who's rubbing on me, she's actually the only one that we have here that's been socialized since a puppy that we cannot pet. So even though she's rubbing on me, if I were to reach my hand out to her, she would nip me and then run away. Oh my gosh, I know I haven't seen you guys in a long time. I'm so sorry. Now Quahati here obviously is a little bit different. All of the boys are kind of hams. They all enjoy attention. But honestly, with our wolves, we get them usually when they're about 4 weeks old, and we do a lot of intense socialization. So all of the wolves that we get, we will keep them in the visitor center when they're puppies, so people can come in and pet them. They're used to all the hustle and bustle. We actually will take them for car rides every day. We actually took Kenai when he was a puppy. We took him down to one of our state parks and we took him for a big walk. So it was a very big, really fun experience for him. And we do that with all of our wolves. But as you can see, just the way Zoltana is standing, they do go through a big personality change. And that's also one of the things that people notice when they get a wolf or a wolf dog as a pet, that no matter how much socialization goes into the animal, you can still turn out with a very wild animal as an adult. So these guys, they just grew up to be what they are, they're very wild, very elusive. Zoltana, the black one, she's the only wolf that we have here that will stalk kids on our tour, especially little girls in pink. Those are her favorite. And these two, sometimes, if they get like a deer, of course we feed roadkill, so it's not like they're getting a live deer in here. But sometimes if they get a deer, they become very possessive and we can't even come into the enclosure just because of the way that they are acting that day. So basically what I'm saying is none of the wolves are trained. They're all socialized and they are still wild animals. No matter how friendly and social they seem, they're still wild.
Okay, so in here, this one closest to me is Shunka. He's one of our older wolves that we have out here. He's a timber wolf and Arctic wolf mix. Right now he's 13 years old. Their average lifespan, on average for your gray wolves, is about 6 years out in the wild, mainly because of what they hunt. They do not really want to be dinner, so all it will take is one back kick and one poke from a horn that can be very fatal out in the wild. Captivity, about the lifespan of your average dog. The oldest one that's been out here passed away when they were 17 years old. Now this one closest to me now is a Kayla. She's a full Arctic wolf. She's actually 15 years old, so her and her sister are the two oldest ones we have here on site right now. As you can see, they love all the new smells on me at the moment, so yeah, we'll kind of wait for them to kind of lose their attention for that. Shunka! Shunka! Hey, Shunka. Now Shunka over here is kind of a grumpy old man, kind of stuck in his ways. There's not a whole lot of people that can really come in here and interact with him. He used to be one of our ambassador wolves a while ago, but he kind of just quit one day, and you can't talk him back into being social if he doesn't want to be. So, as you can see, he's kind of a giant baby when it comes to certain people.
Go for it.
So one of our other questions that we had on Danielle's video with Kikoa was when he stepped over her and if he was being dominant, and not necessarily. So the wolves, obviously Quahati right now is using me as a standing post. He's not being dominant, he's not being aggressive, he's simply just standing on me because two reasons. One, he's telling me where he wants me to pet him, which is right here on his chest and his neck. That's his favorite spots. But also, he knows that if he's standing on me, I'm really at his mercy of when I stop petting him. So he'll stand here for, I've been in here before with him and he'll stay on my leg for about a half an hour. Sometimes he sits down and he's just really sweet boy. But he's not being dominant, obviously he's not being aggressive. This is just the best way for me to pet him.